Hey, Differently listener. I'm so excited you're here and back for another episode. It's the beginning of the year, new goals, new aspirations, and lots of good energy. And if you're not feeling that way, don't worry, that's okay too. And that's actually what this episode is all about. I felt inspired at the beginning of the year to start to do a mindset check in once a month. And so that's what we're doing today. This is a practice and one that has the power to change your world in the most amazing way. A noisy, untamed brain can literally wreak havoc in our lives. Have you experienced that? From our health to our most important relationships to our the way we show up at work or on the job, and it can feel out of control. But I have good news because it's the one thing that is actually within our control. And taking some small steps to regain control of your mind has far reaching impact into all the areas of your life. Did you hear that? Instead of addressing all the different areas of your life, you could focus on this one thing that would actually have potential to touch all areas of your life. You can focus on um, calming your mind and managing the traffic in your mind, in your head. And this will impact everything over time. So imagine, I want you to imagine having the ability, because it is a skill and a practice that we can develop, to be mindful of your own thinking and know how to soothe your own mind, know how to calm the mental noise on your own despite what's happening in your life, because you can always count on this calm place within. And if you are a God centered person or have faith in your life, that just takes that exponentially to all kinds of other levels, right? So, this isn't something that we're typically taught in school or even at home. And I'm on a mission to teach you and others how to manage this part of your life because it's so powerful. Tapping into your God given ability has become, or tapping into, sorry, this God given ability has become one of the most important tools and things that I focus on in my life. And this tool has taken me from feeling at once at the very mercy of the circumstances in my life to feeling like I have creative agency every day, regardless of what is actually taking place in my life. So I like to call it caring for our thought life. And our thoughts run 24/7. And whether we realize it or not, this has such incredible impact on the way that we see, interpret, and show up to everything in our world. So, what does it actually mean to take care of your thought life? Um, well, let's talk about the new year. And you start out with goals and excited and inspired about things, and then what happens? The mind starts to spin certain tracks, maybe that have played for a long time in your head. Negativity or fear or doubt start to show up. That's what we're talking about, paying attention to and making it our responsibility to manage that. So, for today, I want to start with one of our first thought management principles that we work with our private coaching clients. And this principle is don't believe everything you think. Let me repeat that. Don't believe everything you think. I'm giving you permission. And if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, this isn't the first time that you've heard me say that. Guess what? You don't have to believe every thought that comes through your head. Isn't that great news? That also means that you now get to be the watch person and the gatekeeper for the thoughts that are there and the thoughts that you allow to linger. So let me ask you today. I want you to just take a moment, whether you're walking or sitting or driving in your car. I want to invite you to just take an inventory of your mind with blameless discernment. So no judgment, just noticing and being aware of what's traveling between your ears today. So the question is, and this can be taken to a notebook or a piece of paper or your online journal. What have you been thinking about today? And I want you to sit with that for a minute and really look, kind of scan through the morning or the afternoon or whatever time of day you're in. What thoughts have been hanging out in your mind today, lately? And then the next question I want you to sit with is, how are these thoughts impacting your mood, your energy, your actions or inactions? And this might sound really simple, but that's all we're starting with today. The first step, if you're new to this, is simply to become aware of what is happening between your ears at any given moment on any given day. And guess what? The fact that you can observe it means that you're separate from your thoughts. They are not you. That is great news. Okay, friend. So that's it for today, as far as that goes. And one simple action for you is just to start paying more attention. Just notice with blameless discernment what's happening in your mind and what is the impact on you. And if you want extra credit, you can take inventory each day for the next 5 days and see what you discover. Don't get discouraged if you find a lot of negativity, self doubt, fear. This is human and normal. We all have this. And I want you to be encouraged that you are taking a step in understanding the landscape of your own mind and your own thought life. And you have the power to clean it up. But today we're just talking about awareness, just noticing. This is the first step. So keep going and come back to the podcast each week for ideas and inspiration and reminders, and be on the lookout for a mindset check in next month, too. I'm committed that we get really good at this. Exercises like these are what we ask our clients to do in the online interactive journaling dashboard. What's cool about this is that you're not alone in your journal or your thoughts. And it actually talks back to you and helps you sort through and clean up the thoughts in your mind. If that sounds crazy, don't worry. We're here to create a judgment free space and be a stand for you in elevating your mind. We have our own barrage of thoughts that we deal with on the daily, and we're walking this work in our lives right next to you. So come check that out. We have spots open in the new year to come journal with us. If you're curious, go to carlareeves.com or reach out to me personally at carla@carlareeves.com. Until next week, my friend, remember, a deep change in the way that you live requires a deep change in the way that you think. It's time to think and do differently.